Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video into the Houston Astros lose to the Athletics 3-1. Tough loss to the Astros as Kurtz hits a walk-off home run, 447 feet. Brent Rooker scores 3-1. Game over. This 5-game winning streak ends. Look, I'm not too shocked. I mean, I thought the Astros would lose one of the first two. I predicted the Astros to lose the game that Ryan Gusto was starting in. I thought that was going to be tomorrow, and I thought today was going to be a different person than Lance McCullers Jr. Obviously, it wasn't him. It was Ryan Gusto. Ryan Gusto was supposed to start tomorrow. Now it's going to be Jason Alexander tomorrow, which maybe has me thinking that unless the offense really has an explosion, it might be 0-2 in this series. I don't know. But so, you know, this Astros team, you know, they were down to lose. Like 5-game winning streak with, you know, the win they had yesterday was the most wins they've had in a row in this season. So I expected the first two for the Astros to drop one. I thought today would be a W and then tomorrow would be an L, but and now I'm not so sure about grabbing one of two. Very confident in the Astros' chances on Wednesday with Framber Valdez on the mound, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with tomorrow with Jason Alexander on the mound. He is a former A, so he's a former Athletic. But we'll see. Played for them this year, 6 innings for them this year, and really struggled. That's what led the Astros to getting him. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. This was a tough night. Look, I think pitching until the ninth inning was really good. Brian Abreu just wasn't having it in the ninth inning. And look, I think he showed that this year, where Brian Abreu has just been absolutely fantastic this year when he is pitching in the 8th inning, or sometimes where he's come in this late in the 7th inning, and he's gone 1 2/3 where he'll 1 1/3. He has been absolutely outstanding this year when it comes to pitching in the 8th inning or late in the 7th inning. But in the 9th inning, it's things have not gone well. He had a save opportunity against the Mariners earlier this year. He blew that. He had the opportunity to have the Astros go to another extra innings game tonight. He blew that. And look, I don't want to say anything bad about Brian Abreu because Brian Abreu is a great pitcher. He's been great for the Astros even after giving up 2 earned runs. ERA is still a little bit over 2 at 2.03. And I think if you probably look at his ERA outside of pitching in the 7th and 8th inning this year, probably that ERA probably looks a lot better because he gave up like 2 earned runs in Seattle in the 9th. He gave up 2 earned runs in the 9th today. So a good chunk of his earned runs he's given up this year, which haven't been a lot for Abreu, are in the 9th inning. So doesn't shock me. But Mason Miller got the win. He's 1-2 in the year now. Astros actually had 8 hits today, but the problem is a lot of those are singles. Cam Smith had a double. Altuve did have a home run, but it was only a solo shot. That was the Astros' only run in the game. A lot of singles. The Astros only had 3 at-bats with runners in scoring position today. Another thing that really hurt them today is they had 2 errors. That really didn't lead to any runs being scored. Blade hit a solo shot, and there was the Kurtz home run after a walk. So those errors didn't really hurt you, but they also can hurt you to the point where, if the error is happening like Ryan Gusto, I think both those errors happened when Ryan Gusto was pitching. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, both of those errors happened when Ryan Gusto was pitching. That's something that can hurt you because he might have been able to go 6th inning if those errors don't happen, and that's something to look at. But I don't think it changes much, the errors or really anything else, because the Astros offensively just weren't great tonight, and they haven't been great. They've really struggled in the last 3 games after that explosion they had on Friday, scoring 10 runs. We saw that amazing game for the Astros where they got 14 hits, and we saw through a 3 or 4 game stretch offensively, they were just killing it. You look at the couple games they had against the White Sox where they were really dominant, and the opener against the Twins, they were just really killing the ball. And now you've seen, them getting to this point where they're really starting to struggle a little bit in these last 3 games where they've only scored 6 runs in the last 3 games. But I think the crazy thing to look at is, they've only scored 6 runs in the last 3 games, but somehow they're 2-1. And the one loss, they only lost by 2 runs. That's kind of crazy. That's how good the pitching has been this year for the Astros. I mean, like, for instance, even though the offense hasn't been great all month, the Astros are still 10-4. Came into the day-to-day only giving up on average, they are giving up 2.23 runs per game. Now, that kind of changes today. That changes to 2 point something, because it's now 32 runs the Astros have given up in the month in 14 games. So it's not up to 3, but it's like 2 point something, like 2.4 or 2.5 it is now. But that's still really good numbers pitching wise, giving up that amount of runs per game in the month of June. But like I talked about, going over the scoring summary, Altuve did have a home run, the Blade home run, the Kurtz home run was all home runs today. 2 solos, 1 2-run shot for the winner. And then, Astros offense, their hitters, Pena 0 for 4 really struggled. Paredes 0 for 3 in his return, but did he have a walk that got Guillaume Reyes to second? He had an amazing play tonight. You should have seen look up the catch. It's everywhere, the catch he made tonight in the outfield. But on a pop-up. But Altuve went 1 for 4. He hit his home run. That was it for him. Christian Walker, after him getting the off day yesterday, went 1 for 4 with a single to left. Jake Myers went 1 for 4. He had a double play that really hurt the Astros in the 4th inning. But he singled to center in the 2nd. And then 1 for 4 for Can Smith today. He lined in a double play, 3rd to 1st. Myers doubled off 1st. In the 2nd inning, that hurt the Astros. 4th inning double for Can Smith. That was it for him. Victor Caratini was actually really good today. The only Astro with 2 hits. 2 singles for Caratini, both to right, going 2 for 3 for Vic. Dubon went 1 for 3 after being the hero the other day. I think it's great to see Dubon get a double to left in the 2nd inning, because that walk-off should have been a double for Dubon, but it was a single because it was a walk-off. And then you see that first at-bat of the day, it's a double for Dubon to left. And so I think the thing that really hurt the Astros in this game, you look at it, this changed the game. So, and this is what I'm talking about. The 2nd inning, you see Jake Myers single to center. And this is, to start the inning, the Astros, after just scoring 1 run in the 1st inning, have 1 runner on, leadoff man Jake Myers gets on base. And then Cam Smith lined into a double play, 3rd to 1st. Myers is doubled off 1st. And so then you see 2 outs, and, no one on. Of course, after that, what happens next? Victor Caratini hits the single to right. Dubon hits a double to left. Caratini gets the 3rd. And, of course, in the 2nd inning, last batter with 2 outs, Luis Guillorme strikes out swinging. That's really tough right there. And that's how the baseball gods work for you sometimes. And so you only ask yourself what happens if maybe it would have been a force out. If maybe one of Can Smith or Jake Myers would have been able to stay on base, the Astros could have gotten themselves some extra runs in that 2nd inning. That would have been nice for them. But I think that hurt the Astros. Luis Guillorme, the one guy I didn't go over, did have 1 hit today. His first hit as an Astro, single to right in the 5th inning. That was it for him. Gusto had 5 innings, 8 strikeouts. Okert, 6th inning, 1 strikeout, 15 pitches, 2.41 ERA. Sean Dubin just continues to be excellent. 6-pitch inning for Dubin in the 7th, 1.50 ERA. Hit a 6-pitch inning even though he gave up a hit as well. That's crazy. Brian King did get 1 hit in the 8th, but 1 strikeout, 13 pitches, 2.70 ERA. And Brandon Abreu did give it the 2 earned runs, not getting any outs. 1 hit given up, 1 walk. Yeah, tough for him. This video, hope you guys enjoy them and your thoughts on the game today in the comment section, and peace out. Go Astros.